Hello and welcome to Vanguard Live. My name is Damlola Ogunshaki and I'm with my co-host.
Give me some way.
And of course, here we review sports and tell you what have been going on. And there's a news, should I say it's a news, something that really happened over the weekend, and that was Saturday and Sunday in boxing world. Nigerians were happy, including the president, and a lot of people were happy about Anthony Joshua's victory. He fought with Kubrat Pulev, and though many people doubted him because of his last fight with Andy Ruiz, with many people saying that it was a very easy win for him. They just played safe. That this time around, he tried to prove. I think he proved pretty wrong and told them, yes, I'm a great fighter. You can even confirm that with many people were people were at the stadium and talking about their reaction. And it was really good. What did you think about the fight?
It was a great fight. It was a test for Joshua to show you that what happened with Ruiz wasn't a problem. It was just one of. And Pulev is a strong boxer. He has determination. Pulev is from Eastern Europe, where I don't know how to describe the mentality of the men. They are different, macho man. So you could see it when he fought with Joshua. Joshua dropped him twice in the third round. Some other boxers will have. Okay, it's over. But Pulev stood up. He did what he did. At some point, at the beginning, it all looked Joshua. But after he dropped him twice, Pulev came back. He showed some form of resilience. But at the end, Joshua, the strongest man, has to. We all knew Joshua was going to win that fight, but
not everybody. Even when they asked the Mayweather, he confirmed it that Joshua is actually a great fighter, but it's boxing. There's nothing you can't predict what will happen. One misstep can end your career.
Definitely.
That's it.
It's Anthony Joshua you're talking about. He holds the IBF, WBO, and WBA belts, not just some other guy you're talking about. He owns everything. The only thing out of his hands are just the Fury's WBC.
Yeah.
So we're not just talking of some run-of-the-mill boxer. We're talking of a real proper boxer here. So him beating Pulev, I don't think he raised any eyebrows. I think more eyebrows would have been raised if he lost to Pulev.
If he lost to Pulev, but why people doubted him was that of his fight with Andy Ruiz. And let's not forget that when he fought with Andy Ruiz, then there were a lot of boxers came out, and including Tyson Fury, then saying that he just played safe.
We all know
because of Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz was not in great shape when he fought the last time. Let's not forget that then he was overweight. I think it was just it was a little victory. It was a little victory moment for Ruiz. And when he came out after the fight, it was like he just went up to party, clubbing, and he didn't really prepare for the fight. But this really proved critics wrong, that even if he had prepared more than he expected, Anthony Joshua was still
won. Exactly. So him flooring Pulev was not. I don't think it's a surprise. But now I think what that fight has done for Joshua is to make people more confident in his abilities. He has shown what his abilities. I'm not just some whatever happened with Andy Ruiz then was just some anomaly. It's never going to happen again.
No.
So now what people are looking forward towards is fight with Tyson Fury.
But yes, and I think it's one fight closer to it, because there's every possible best. I think we have to fight with Alexander Usyk.
And Fury still has to deal with
Deontay Wilder.
Blood feud Wilder to settle.
Deontay Wilder, there was a time they were talking about it that maybe he might drop out of the fight or that, but we don't know yet with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. But talking about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, it's a fight that everybody have been waiting for. They are looking forward to talking about both of them being British.
Recent boxing.
Yeah, well, talking about both of them being British and all that. So it will mean that one person will have to hold the belt. So it's a battle of who's the best between the both of them.
I don't know. It's a tough
both
one.
of them, it's really a tough one to pick.
Fury, his fight against Wilder, the second fight, he showed himself as a great boxer. I used to see Fury as just a good fighter, but due to his long hands, his reach, he had an upper advantage, because before you get close to Fury to punch, you have to be close to Fury to land a strong punch. But Fury doesn't have to be too close to you to land because of his long reach.
Yes.
So he's kind of protected. But still, he took Wilder out, he did things to Wilder. One of the first time I was worried for Joshua was when I saw Wilder fight somebody. The aggression, the raw power in Wilder, I was like, wow, this guy gets a hold of Joshua, it could be a problem. But after I saw what Fury did to Wilder, I was like, okay, maybe it's just the grab grind. So Joshua Fury is going to be a fight for days, and it's crazy because you think about it, these are two British men dominating the world boxing stage.
Yeah,
so,
they are.
I mean, it's a kudos to England.
But funny enough, when I saw their stuff before they fought, and it was like, okay, Anthony Joshua with the Asian, we're talking about him, we Nigerians being happy that our Nigerian guy fought and he won. And we started questioning the nationality. British is what is written there. He's not a Nigerian.
British, yeah.
Now I just trying to take the glory
because he's
successful. He's successful now.
If he wasn't successful, he wasn't the Commonwealth champion at that young age. I don't think Nigeria will like Anthony Joshua. We still have other boxers there who are boxing, and we don't focus on them as much as we do on Joshua, because I mean success has many friends. There's this. I remember this boxer I saw at the Olympics, if you're Jagba, just like Wilder, powerful, raw energy, and I started being in from the US because I think he has this training boxing club where I don't know if it's a boxing club or a scholarship to fight boxing, and he's right there, he's learning in the US, he's training. He's climbing up the ranks. I mean, but nobody has gone towards Ajagba yet. I mean, but let's say one day Ajagba wakes up and suddenly wins a fight and he's heavyweight champion. You understand?
So we have to divide the attention between AJ and Ajagba.
It brings to focus what we saw over the weekend. After Joshua's victory, we saw the government agency, all the government people.
I saw that.
The governor of Ogun State was like, this shows why we need to invest in sports. But what are they doing? Apart from paying lip service. Today Joshua wins, today wonderful Anthony. Today other Nigerians representing foreign countries when we start remembering now. But what are you doing for the tons on tons of young Nigerians we have here? I mean, they are boxers with groom.
And I think that's what people really talk about a lot. That sometimes when we see our footballers doing great, we want to bring them back to Nigeria
I think
to play for us, and that's in the case of
Joshua's victory. In my opinion, should bring some form of shame or sober reflection to Nigeria.
But no,
because there are people who, if you train properly, what Joshua is doing is child's play. Here in Nigeria, we know there are people like that. You train them properly, give them the right guidance, and they'll be world heavyweight champions. So it speaks to the failure of our government to harness and realize the potential of these young stars instead of everyday Anthony Joshua thing. It's shameful. I mean, it's quite sickening. I don't know if the Prime Minister of England tweeted something about Joshua, but here we have our presidents and governors it's a shame. It's an indictment on you. What have you achieved in sports so far?
And then your nationality is not there.
I mean, sports is one of the easiest things where you can implement policies, and I mean, it's not politics to tell you, it's sports. It's easy. Everybody loves sports. Everybody's together in sports, but so far, what have we achieved? Nigerians ranking, now we're dropping in Africa. Now we are fifth.
That's the top of the rank. Fifth, and we could not win one match.
No match in 2020.
No match 2020, and it was really
disappointing.
I think that's why they were like, Anthony Joshua was the only person who brought the smile to people's face. This thing, but unfortunately, we can't even say it's a Nigerian. Unfortunately, we can't say it's a Nigerian. That is it.
The really good thing is, I mean, on the other part, he recognizes he's Nigerian and tries to relate and bring Nigerians, and also it's nice at least the love is reciprocated. There are issues where we call and they don't even look at us. So, I mean, I think this should spur Nigerians and government to go on to invest in boxing.
We are just going to keep open, and that's the only thing we're going to say, because definitely they are the one that needs to do something about it. Both boxing, football, we've complained many times. Our athletes are talking about them, during this COVID, they were neglected and a lot of things according to someone, the athletes and all that. But we hope the government can do something about it still here. But away from boxing, let's talk about Champions League draw. Of course, today, and we had we had a lot of things coming up, and it was so funny that when we saw some of them, I think there are some powerful powerful matches coming up, powerful fixtures. Yes, talk about Liverpool
Leipzig. Leipzig is just for those who like to watch, neutrals who like to watch beautiful football. I think Liverpool Leipzig will be the match for this round.
That everybody wants to watch.
End to end, beautiful attacking football.
No, not only that, I think we also want to watch that of Barca and PSG too.
Based on Barca before Barca now. Because I think if it's Barca now, that match is not a contest. If you're telling me Barca now, I don't think that's much of a contest.
So the match now is actually tilting towards a PSG right now. I'm saying their favour.
Yeah, if you ask me, I'll say PSG in favour.
Even talk about Sevilla and Dortmund.
Dortmund just fired their manager after a 5-1 loss to Stuttgart, which I still feel it. I don't know, maybe I felt it's a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, he lost to Stuttgart, but to fire a coach who has not done so badly over the years, I don't know. But I was shocked to say the least to see Lucien Favre fired over the weekend.
Just because of your loss.
I wouldn't know the loss definitely contributed.
It really contributed to it now.
I mean,
and now it's their Champions League now. It's a big concern.
It's a big Sevilla.
Yeah.
And Sevilla is not the team you can say yes, the walkover is a tricky with Sevilla. It's a very tricky one.
Now also Porto and Juventus, Juve and Porto. I think that's something that you can always decide without even looking at the team. Just the name, Porto and Juve.
Sure which I'm looking for.
Ronaldo is there now, so definitely.
I mean, we're sure one penalty goal.
And Atletico Madrid and Chelsea.
That's the fixture.
Chelsea. When we are talking about Chelsea and Everton, you know, before the weekend, people were really talking about Chelsea and Everton, the biggest match to watch. But when people watched it, they were really disappointed with Chelsea.
Yeah.
But when I saw the stats, I saw that, you know, Chelsea were in the possession of the ball with like 78% or so, but Everton just little, I think 20-something% they were in possession of the ball, but they scored with a penalty. And people were disappointed with Chelsea. And I saw something where they're like, okay, Chelsea don't take chance. Chelsea don't take fun. They don't take fun. And jump on the collect. You understand that? When I saw that, I was laughing. And when we looked at the matches that they played, the top 13 teams or top 10 teams, they've not beaten anyone. And so it was like a good fixture that they've been having. Safer, they've been on the safer
basically, they just had a good run of fixtures for
so
them.
Now,
fixtures.
Going forward now, what are we going to see with Chelsea? Chelsea, they are top of the team, and we're really expecting that they will do well like that. They're really a big threat to Liverpool, Tottenham, and some other things that are there. But still, Chelsea with Atletico Madrid, I think it's a great match.
It's a real test of Frank Lampard. A real test.
Real test of Frank Lampard. And you know, the question is still there: will they be able to get the major cup?
Major trophy this season.
Major trophy, yeah.
I think the chance just got slimmer with this round of 16. Just got slimmer.
And also Lazio and Bayern Munich. They will also be playing Atalanta and Real Madrid.
It's another fixture for neutrals because both teams play open football, attacking football, expansive football. Even though Atalanta haven't been on form this season like they were last 2 seasons, I mean, I still expect them to spring a surprise because Real Madrid too, they are not on form. They haven't been on form. They've just been managing, and so I mean, it's a good fixture. But it's still in February. That's about 2 months from now.
Yeah, February.
So it's in February. Anybody could pick up form. 2 months is a lot of time to pick up form. 2 months is a lot of time to drop form.
Yeah,
2 months is a lot of time for your star players to get injured and your team is in crisis. So we wouldn't know. By then we'll have a clear idea of what's going to happen.
Okay, and talk about Gladbach and Man City. Manchester City. Like they just have it very easy.
I don't know.
And it's very easy for Man City, but we don't know what's happening.
They always never go to the final. Never.
It's like this season for Man City is not really. I don't know. I don't know. It's not it for them.
This Gladbach Man City, when you look at it on paper, Man City is the stronger team.
But all over this weekend, I don't know what happened all over this weekend. Just like a lot of the teams that you're expecting to really win this match this weekend, some things happen. Just mostly draw. Talk about Fulham and Liverpool, it was a draw. Manchester United and Manchester City, it was a draw. And Everton and
Crystal Palace
was also a draw. Then Everton and Chelsea, the team you're expecting to win, lost.
Yeah.
So it was
all those teams played in the middle. It's not
fancy.
Yes. People are tired. You're playing a match almost every 3 days. This midweek now, you're facing teams again. Liverpool is coming up against Spurs, top of the table clash. So people are tired. They are humans at the end of the day.
They are.
And they still look at it like it's a long season. Yeah, we drop points now, don't mean we're out. It's still a long haul.
Yeah, that's it. So now, and that's the team we'll be talking about today. That's now Leicester City, 4th on the table. Leicester City. Let's not forget Leicester City. Last season, they were at top of the team. You know, first 5, hoping they will qualify for Champions League, but the last minutes they dropped. You know, they had to compete with that with Chelsea and Manchester United to see the team that will qualify. But of course, Chelsea and Manchester United are going to mark attendance at the Champions League, qualified for Champions League.
Yes.
But Leicester City dropped out last season. But this season again, they are racing again. They have resumed again, and now the question is there: can they sustain it for? You know, for the period when the EPL will end, the season will end. So that's the question of people's mind now.
Well,
I would like you to answer it first.
It's possible they can sustain this because I feel now they've gained the experience. They've been at the top for some time. They understand how things work. 1 or 2 last season maybe they're naive with some feeling tactics or the rest, but now they have their experience. And if you notice, there hasn't been so much. Let me use what noise on Leicester this season. There hasn't been so much attention or spotlight on them, but surprisingly. They are third, 1 point behind the league leaders, Spurs and Liverpool. Maybe we are getting used to Leicester being at this level, but for some reason we're not just paying attention, or other teams are taking the attention. But I mean, they are there quietly, they're doing it. This is already in December, mid-December. Yes. They are a point off the top. So, and I don't see no reason why they can't sustain.
Yeah, a point of the top, like you said, last season it was similar to this.
Similar to this, yeah.
But we came back. Let's just say COVID added to, should I just say to them falling, because when they came back from COVID-19, it was like what we expected. It was not what we were getting, because they just fell off and they lost almost
all their games.
And this season, are we? The main thing is that when they come back from this party, let's hope they won't use the whole party time to just go off again like last season. But
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think. Like I said, now they have the experience. They are more experienced. Even beginning of season, they had some of their starters running there, like Ricardo Pereira hasn't played this season due to injury, and there was this young star, I think James Justin was brought in to replace him, and he has performed fantastic. Justin has stepped up where he needs to step up. He has done excellently well. You're not missing Ricardo Pereira anymore. They signed Timothy Castan this summer, who can function as a midfielder and as a defender, and before he went out injured for a while, he performed excellently well. So Leicester this season, they've been lucky with their signings. Their signings have stepped up. Jamie Vardy is still delivering as always. 10 goals in 11 matches, about 4 assists. Jamie Vardy still being Jamie Vardy.
But last season we blamed Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
But this season is like he's back in form and he has continued.
Doesn't seem like
but this whole theme of just trying to expect the scoring from just one person, that is the issue, and that's what we are not having with Liverpool and other teams. But that's the issue with look at last I think over the weekend, Manchester United players and Manchester City, they marked each other and they knew who were going to attack. Bruno Fernandes, Matt Trafford, they were all marked, and that's the issue now. But Liverpool, we can't have that because there's another person to come out. There's another person to come out, and now that's the question now with Leicester City now. Jamie Vardy, what if another things happens again, just like last season when his wife gave birth and everybody's there?
That's a worry now, because some of their attacking players haven't contributed to the honest. I won't care he has made 5 appearances this season and he's still yet to go off the mark. He has the talent, he has the ability, he just needs to start scoring, he just needs to. He gets games, I won't say he has a consistent run of games, but he features quite regularly. But still, those goals are not coming from. I think he still just needs to buckle down, put his head down. The goals will come. He has the talent. It's not that Kelechi is very, very talented. He just needs to find luck and consistency. We have Harvey Barnes. Last season was on fire. He hasn't been too prolific this season. James Maddison too contributes a lot this season. In 11 appearances, he has 3 goals with about many assists, which hasn't been James Maddison like we know. So yeah, it still seems like a case of Vardy dragging them and a solid defense. So I think for them to sustain it, for them to be able to continue this momentum, others have to chip in, have to contribute in, because Jamie Vardy every time will not be on form. Like if you take an example, the Liverpool match where it was marked up by Fabinho and Milner, we saw there was no attack from Leicester that day. No. The attack there was no bias, nothing. They got Cengiz under from Roma on loan. It hasn't been decent, but it hasn't been spectacular. Maybe seen this time. I mean, they have decent attackers who can score goals, can create chances, but they haven't done that, and they need to do so not to overwhelm Vardy, because it gets to a point it might get tired. It gets to a point it goes off form. It gets to a point it get injured, and like you said, that's momentum will go off.
To go off. Now the question now is their match with Everton on Wednesday now. They have a match with Everton on Wednesday. How is it going to come on? Everton, we saw how they played with Chelsea. Yeah, they were not really informed. Let's not forget that they were not really informed, because definitely the passing and some of the things were not really, really accurate. Yes. And so them playing with Leicester City on Wednesday, it's like the two teams that they are doing their best and top of the standing team and doing their this thing. And now we are seeing that they have to play together on Wednesday. It's going to wait. So predicting it, we have many people going for Leicester City, that Leicester City can do it until December, till the end of December. I saw that funny post on Twitter and I was laughing that what do you mean by till the end of December? Because that was what they saw last season. And similar thing happened also last 2 seasons, also with Leicester City. So it was like it's just like it's going again. So now their match on Wednesday. How do you think it's going to come out?
Leicester Everton, they've lost form. Leicester on form. No injuries, no main injuries for them. Leicester to contend with Everton, they have their best left back. I mean, their best left back is out. Lucas Digne is out. James Rodriguez, he's not fit. He has lost form. Calvert-Lewin is still scoring. He's still an attacking threat, but it seems Richarlison hasn't been on form too. He was suspended for a while after he got a pre-match ban against Liverpool. But he resumed, hasn't been on form. And he did this nasty thing against Chelsea where he went to challenge his captain Sigurdsson for a penalty thing. I thought that was very, very distasteful. And I hope it doesn't cause some form of unsettlement in the dressing room. But I think against Leicester, Everton have their work cut out for them. They have their work cut out. They are facing the Leicester team, bringing confidence. Jamie Vardy is one of the top henchmen. He's still doing what he does even at that old age. It will be difficult to stop him. And when you look at it, the Leicester midfield can match Everton's midfield. They have like of Tielemans, solid. You have Wilfred, indeed incredible midfielder, defensive minded. Very few defensive midfielders can do what indeed he does in Europe. Tielemans controls the tempo. He's a good distributor of the ball. You now have Maddison, the attacking focal point to them. That's a very complete midfield if you ask me. The attacker, the creator is there. The person who controls the tempo is there in Tielemans, and the destroyer, the midfield battler is there. That's a complete one. So that's where Everton could have a problem. That's midfield.
Well, let's talk about the midfield. Like I say now, do you think there's a lot of players a lot of midfield defenders in Europe? Yes. You think indeed is the best defensive midfielder in Europe?
I agree. Every year in the Premier League, he averages the highest tackles, interceptions, next to Kante and the rest. So if you're one of the best in the Premier League, there's no reason why there shouldn't be discussion in Europe. So I mean, if Wilfred is doing this in Leicester, imagine what Wilfred is doing in a bigger team. What my Wilfred doing in a team like Liverpool, Chelsea, I mean even Spurs. Of all we need a team abroad like Bayern, Juve. Wilfred is solid. He's a solid, no-nonsense defensive midfielder.
But Leicester City, they actually have a lot of big teams to play during this December. Like now, on Sunday they will be playing with Tottenham. That's on the 20th.
Oh, even so on Spurs are facing Liverpool and Leicester.
Yes, that is it. They'll be playing Leicester City on Sunday, and even I think on the 26th they'll be playing Manchester United.
Leicester.
Although, yes,
really
Manchester.
Not really a big problem.
Not really a big problem. How? It's not really a big problem for Leicester City because Manchester United, they are not. Let me not use the word fair form because
how you guys not form? Man United were just an outstanding 3 points away from the top two. So
yes.
So you can't. Yes, they're not the most performing team. They're not the best performing team.
They are four.
When you look at their results, I mean, you can't complain too much.
You can't complain too much.
Based on the performance you're seeing and where you are, you can't complain too much. They are not away. It's not like you've lost touch with the top. No, they are just within touching distance. 2 games they go wrongly for Spurs and Liverpool, and Man United take advantage of it. They could find themselves very close to the top. So, I mean, yes, it's not their ideal performance. They don't play attractive, beautiful football like you. But at the end of the day, what matters is points and where you finish on the table. And I think Man U, they are not doing too badly right now.
They are not doing too badly.
They're still January, they could get some signing. So I think they're on the right course.
But it's actually good that they're on the right course, like you agreed. But Leicester City, they have big teams, like I said, to play. They have Crystal Palace, they have Tottenham, they have Manchester United, and they still have everything to play.
So Leicester has a good record against some of these teams. Leicester, they have good records against some of these teams.
They have good records with them, and yes, and even for the new year next year, they'll be opening with Newcastle. Their first match is with Newcastle, and definitely people are expecting them to do great with against Newcastle, and so it's really this thing. But do you think do you think he does not replicate his own the reputation? Do you think he does not replicate it with Super Eagles? Yes.
He might not bring in those numbers like he does highest interception, but he still has that steal to the midfield. He still does that. Yes. And the thing with Super Eagles is most times when we play against another team, we're always on the attacking end. We are always ones attacking. So you really won't see our defensive midfielder lunging to tackles and the rest. So yes, I think he brings in the hardness in the midfield, he brings in that steal. But yeah, we won't rake up those numbers because it's playing for a bigger team.
Yes.
If it was playing for a smaller team, you see it every because he's always under pressure to make those tackles. He's always on the receiving end of attack. So he might not bring in those numbers and interceptions from Leicester to Super Eagles, but definitely his presence is a welcome addition.
It's a really good recommendation. So Leicester City is 24 on the table, is third on the table now with 24 points, just 1 point of the top two teams, that are Tottenham and Liverpool. Though people are expecting Liverpool to really take advantage of Tottenham's sleep this weekend, but it seems it was disappointing for the two teams that they could not really ride over the other. And
so basically, what happens this weekend is if Spurs and Liverpool draw and Leicester wins, Leicester goes to the top. Wow, that's it. And also, surprisingly, Southampton is at the fourth with 23 points. That's 1 point behind Leicester City. So Southampton, I think we'll be talking about Southampton on Thursday. Yes.
On Thursday, we're supposed to talk about Manchester United or Man City, but unfortunately they're now 7th and 8th table. Like, they've been pushed back to 9th and 10th now, but they still have one outstanding game. Not to talk of I think Aston Villa still have 2 outstanding games, and they are 10th on the table with 18
points. They get their 2 outstanding games, they are going straight to third.
Going straight to third. So it's still early in the game. This is December, and it's there's nothing we can say now about Leicester City, but we hope they keep in form and not just collecting jam form like the way they are talking about Chelsea. So it's a great thing. But the draws, Champions League draw, let's know what you think about Champions League draw in the comment section, as we've already given our own opinion. As Liverpool is telling you that they can do it, and we have
there's no team that can stand Liverpool out today.
Fortunately, supporting some other teams like Manchester United and all that, and also so that's all about EPL, Champions League, EPL, and Leicester City. But before we go, let's talk a little about NPFL. Yeah, so it's we're expecting it to kick off yesterday, 13th, and it's like we didn't hear anything about it up till now. We've not heard anything. So what happened? Is it COVID? We've not gotten any explanation. What do you think about it?
If you ask me, I think it's poor management. The South African League is still running. The Egyptian League is still running. Moroccan League is still running. Other leagues are still running. But for some reason, a whole Nigeria, we can't seem to manage.
We can't seem to manage our own.
It's mind-boggling. It's really, really mind-boggling. Yes, nothing. Yeah, the excuse was COVID or we resumed contact sports late. So, it just shows a lack of.
If there's a date fixed, we should have tried to meet up with this.
Before you fix a date, that means you plan for everything, all the continue. They fixed dates. There were no fixtures.
No fixtures.
Fixing dates without fixtures it's appalling to say the least, and this is going to affect our performance when we go to play continental matches. It's why these days Nigeria used to win the IMBA, the CAF Champions. Now when Nigerian teams go to play in the continent, we are being beaten by teams from smaller countries. It makes no sense any longer. Nigerian teams don't dominate African club tournaments any longer. Who does that? The South African teams and the North African teams. Areas where their football structure there is properly run and maintained. Comparison to Nigeria, it's way ahead of us.
And football is something that we really cherish a lot in Nigeria, where we think that when everybody comes together, there's always happiness. We are blessed with it. It's something to put a smile on our faces. But it's like yesterday, what people expected, they didn't get.
Look at how crazy Nigerians are for the foreign leagues. So what happens if our own league is developed? Don't you think we'll be crazy?
We're crazy about it.
Painful when you think about it.
Very, very painful. Very painful. But we really want to know what happened with LPFL and when it's going to start, because looking at the standings and the fixtures here, what I have is on the 16th, on Wednesday, that's 16th, Kwara United and then New for the match day 2. We've not even had the match day 1 of 38, and we're looking at match day 2, and there's no result, nothing because no match was played. So we are really waiting, and of course definitely if we have information about that, we'll update you and let you know. So don't forget that you can always leave your opinion in our comment section below. Let us know what you think about what we've discussed, the Champions League draw. Leicester City, do you think they can get a major trophy this year, and do you think they can maintain their stand till next year? The match this December, the fixtures with Everton, Manchester United, Spurs, and I think Crystal Palace. Do you think they will be able to, win this matches. Although we think that they are really, really informed right now, we hope they'll be able to keep that seal next year. And what do you think went wrong with NPFL? You can leave your opinion in the comment section. Let's always know what you think. But I think this brings us to the end of sports today. You can always like and visit us on our social media platforms that are showing on your screen, and also on our website, that's www.vanguardngr.com. It's bye from me, Damilola Ogushaki, and also from my co-host
Kemi Samuel. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.